Christmas break is a great time to make some serious connections with students that you don't normally get to do. Here are 5 things you can do over this Christmas break. Hey friends, welcome back to the Practical Youth Ministry Tips podcast. I am your host, Eric with a K, and I love Christmas. And I love Christmas break. Breaks are great times to make connections with students. And I want to give you 5 things you could do over your Christmas break. Number 1, go see a movie. This is a simple, zero prep. All you got to do is show up. I like to hang outside the movie theater until right before the movie starts. If you can buy most places now, you buy your tickets and you pick your seats in advance. So you go in and pay for your ticket, get your seats and all that stuff. Then invite students, tell them where you're sitting. Be outside, greet parents and all that. Now here's something really important. Be careful with the movies you watch, okay? There's a good chance that your standards for movie are very different from your students and even more different from your parents of your students. So I'm really, really careful. Even if I know that some students can go, like I know there's several students who can go to a movie that's like PG-13 or whatever, but then there is always going to be some students that want to go to a movie, but they're not allowed to go to that level of movie. And then they're going to feel left out, or they're going to feel like, hey, my youth leader said it was okay, so why can't I just go? And then that opens up this whole can of worms, honestly, I don't think you want to deal with. So I'm really careful. That's why I love going to see movies that are like animated or whatever. And I know for high school students, senior in high school may not want to go. But here's the thing. I just saw Puss in Boots, the new one that just came out this year. And I took my kids to it, took our youth group to it. It was super fun. It was a great, well-written story. There's a couple of moments like they bleep a few things on purpose just to be funny, because a lot of these movies these days, they target the kids and they want to be able to give some humor to adults. And so that's in there. Again, I don't recommend movies, so I don't say go to this movie, but I say do your research. Okay, Plugged In Online or pluggedin.com, I think it is now. Common Sense Media. All of these will give you insight into the movie so you can know what's in there. Parents can look at it, send an email to your parents, let them read the reviews and insight, like what's good and bad and all that stuff. Know ahead of time. And it may be a good idea to go see the movie first before you go with your students and then watch it afterwards. Because in anything where you do movie stuff, previewing a movie beforehand is always going to win for you, okay? So be careful, but a movie can be a simple thing. Second thing, movie night. Okay, same concept, a little more work on your part, but you get to control the environment. There's nobody else that's going to be there. You can do hot cocoa and whatever, popcorn. Of course, that means some more cleaning up afterwards. But you can show an old movie that you've seen, you know well, you know all the insides and outs, all that stuff to it. And you, again, control the environment. So movie night is a simple thing to do. Number 3, go bowling. Okay, I wanted to write, years ago, I thought about writing a book, Bowling, the Key to Youth Ministry. And not bowling in and of itself, but what bowling does is it sets you with a small group of students in a kind of a closed environment where you're encouraging each other, having fun. Maybe you've got one lane here with your team and another lane over here with a volunteers team with their students, and you're going against each other, some fun competition. But lots of encouragement. There's laughter. There's always, somebody that's pretty good and somebody who's not really good, and you can just have fun when they do really well. Put up the bumpers, all of that stuff. But there's this closed space environment. You get to have a shared experience. There's laughter. And honestly, during that time, you're going to have conversations. Ask open-ended questions when you're with students. Questions that don't come with a yes or no answer. Ask questions like, what's the best part of your break? What are you most looking forward to for this next 2 weeks or whatever time they have off? Those kind of questions. Or how are things in your family? Tell me about something that you love to do as a family for Christmas. Share some traditions that you have and ask them to share their traditions. Like, that's a great space to go do that, because you're just in this little spot, you're hanging out and you're having fun. Everybody's getting their turn, but still conversation. And that's so key. And I love that about Christmas break, or any break really, is where you just, there's not a lot to do. And so you can go and you can just have a good time. And it's relatively inexpensive, right? It's not going to cost you tons of money. It's cheaper than going to a movie, honestly. So that's number 3. Number 4, coffee hangout. Post on your social media, text your small group, gather together, go hang out at a coffee shop and just sit and talk. Just say you're going to be there from, I'll be there from 10 to noon, and invite anybody who wants to come, or get a group of students that you specifically just want to connect with and invite them. They can invite their friends or whatever, but just go hang out at a coffee shop. Again, much like bowling, you're just hanging out. That's what I love about this time, is just getting some time to just not be programmed and running all over the place, and you're in charge of something, so you got to make sure this is happening. Has the next thing been taken? No, you're just sitting. You're sitting and chilling out, and you're hanging out. That's a great thing to do over Christmas break. And number 5, nothing. Nothing? Did you just say, yes, I just said nothing. Sometimes you've programmed so much. Maybe you just need to take this time and step back and not do anything. Don't do work stuff. A lot of churches will give their leaders the week between Christmas and New Year's kind of off, or get what you got to get done or whatever, but don't do anything extra. Those other 4 things are great, and I love them. We did the movie thing and all that. I love doing that, but sometimes you just need the rest yourself and do nothing. Do some soul care. Hang out with your family. If you're single, hang out with some friends, or go for a walk, or sledding, or whatever it is you have. There's no sledding right here where I live in the desert of California. But I can go up to the mountains where they have snow now. But just enjoy. Take it in. Take it easy. Take it slow. Go for a walk. Maybe in that you invite some students, but you don't have to. You don't always have to do stuff with students. But those are some things, 5 things I think that'll be really helpful. Now, I would love to help you with your future in 2023 and becoming the greatest game master. If you haven't gotten my ebook, it's free, a free ebook and a free audiobook to go with the ebook on games. Why we do games, a bunch of low prep, no prep games, and 15 best practices to becoming a game master, knowing how to best run your games so that you'll crush the games that you actually do run, or give it to your volunteers. I don't care who you share it with, but it's a free download. The link is in the description below. Love to have you grab that. Thank you so much. I hope your Christmas is awesome. I hope you get to relax some and that it's fun. God bless you. Merry Christmas. And remember to get some time with Jesus on your Christmas break. See you, friends.